Yeah, first off, congratulations to Marquette. I thought they played a really good game. Coach Wojciechowski's got his team playing their best basketball of the season here at the end of the season. I think they've won 4 or 5 now. He's doing a terrific job. I told our guys after the game, man, I was really proud of our group. And listen, we play to win. We're competitors. We hate to lose here at Xavier. But I will tell you, I thought our effort from start to finish was absolutely there. We talked about embracing physicality going into this game. Marquette's one of the physically stronger, more physical teams in our league. And, I thought in game one, we absolutely got bullied around the rim, whether it was on post-ups, offensive glass, and whatnot. I thought our guys really fought. See, you had C.J. Wilcher fronting on Dawson Garcia, who's 6'11". You had Zach fronting on Theo John, trying to get through all those elbows of Theo, and he's 6'9" and 260 pounds. I thought we really competed. I thought we fought. We kept on swinging. And Paul's leadership was tremendous tonight. And unfortunately, we didn't get the result that we wanted. I thought our offense in the first half was our demise, right? Like it was sloppy turnovers, quick shots, contested shots. I thought that was our demise. I thought in the second half, we had tremendous looks. We did. We were wide open. We'll take any of those looks. I mean, Paul was wide open. Zach was wide open. AK was wide open. We had several opportunities. Just couldn't get them to fall. But I told our guys, I will roll with this team every day of the week. If we play with that amount of toughness and effort, we will get the results we want in New York City. And that's our whole thought process right now, right? Listen, it's all water under the bridge. The whole new season's about to start. And our goal is to go to New York City and win the Big East tournament. In order to do that, we got to win our first round game against Butler on Wednesday night.
First question from Adam.
Coach, you talked about the slow start offensively and how that was ultimately what you felt like was the demise, but where were the other failures in execution? It seemed like, there was some times where you guys could have used stops and Marquette got some clean drives to the rim and things like that. But where do you think the other failures in execution were?
Yeah, I mean, again, our defense wasn't perfect. It wasn't by any means. But again, I think it was good enough to win the game. Sometimes our rotations out of our post trap wasn't perfect, right? Like Theo John would get, if he kicked it out, they got a 3 at the top of the key. Zach was a little bit late on the rotation. We gave up another one off of like a post feed. Like we didn't trap. C.J. Wilcher didn't trap on the dribble like he was supposed to. He went down on the catch, right? But again, you're dealing, and I'm not using this excuse, but the reality is, man, we're playing 3 freshmen major freaking minutes. Major. You don't see anybody else doing that in the Big East, man. That is done. And again, I'm proud of our guys' effort. We weren't perfect. The effort was there. We got to run better offense, I think, in that first half. You can't go on the road and expect to win. You got to set the tone on that end as well, right? We had to handle their physicality, which I thought we did defensively, but offensively, we got to run better offense, man. We had almost all of our turnovers were early. I think we had 7 or 8 turnovers at the half. I think we finished with 9? I think nine turnovers for the game. Just sloppy. Our ball didn't move. It was sticky. And we had to get – and the second half was way different. You compare our offense to the first half, second half, our ball was moving. We were making the one more pass. We were getting wide open shots. Again, that's how we have to play for 40 minutes.
Go ahead, Adam.
You mentioned the 3 freshmen playing major minutes. You alluded to the fact that you might tweak the lineup, and you did. You put CJ in there and started him. And I think he probably got a little bit more of an extended run because Jason got banged up and got in foul trouble. But what was the thought process behind changing up the lineup and sticking with it the way that you did?
Adam, and again, not using this as an excuse, but when you lose a guy like Nate Johnson, Nate was really good on both ends of the floor. He could really shoot the ball, obviously, score it, and he could really, really defend. And so now it's like, okay, well, you lose Nate, you lose your best shooter, right? And so we're searching for space. Like our Paul needs space, Zach needs space, DeJuan needs space. So our team has really changed. Again, our initial starting lineup that we had for dang near most of the year with Nate in there, we had enough shooting on the floor. Well, then all of a sudden you take Nate out of the floor and you throw DeJuan in there. DeJuan's strengths are way different than what Nate's are, right? He may bring that defensive toughness that we need, but he's not the shooter or the scorer that Nate is. And so now the space on the floor is way different. And, CJ's earned it. Listen, like CJ has had probably one of the oddest freshman year that I've ever been around. He's been in quarantine, I want to tell you, probably about 5 times. And it's been a frustrating process for him. But he's won 2 Xavier gold jerseys in a row. He never complained. He went through a stretch, I want you guys to think about this, where he didn't play. He didn't get a second in a couple games early on in Big East play, like back in January. And he never complained, man. He was a great teammate the whole time, stayed positive. It just shows you how much of a winner he is. But he's earned it. He's gotten way, way better. But we need his spacing on the floor, man. We're searching for scoring, Adam. Like, again, you try to figure out who works with who, right? And usually you would like to have that done a lot earlier than this, right? But we haven't had a lot of the same lineups this year available. I mean, it's been frustrating. But I do think CJ can provide more spacing for us offensively. I thought he competed on the defensive end. Shoot, he was on Dawson Garcia. He was on Jamal Cain. He was guarding different guys. I thought he did a tremendous job, man, and excited about his future, obviously. But, we're playing DeJuan and we're playing Kobe. So, again, there are mistakes happening out there on the floor. But they're freshmen, man. They'll get better. They're winners. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to the drawing board, and we'll be a heck of a lot better on Wednesday night against Butler.
Andy?
Oh, Andy, on mute.
You knew that DJ Carton was going to be a handful going in. Was there anything that could have been done better against that guy?
I think our ball screen defense on those high ball screens probably could have been a little bit better, Andy. He's a paint guy. I mean, he lives in the paint. It's what he does. I thought the middle ball screen, specifically middle ball screens, we struggled a little bit with, right? And so you're constantly trying to give and take. It's like you're trying to figure out how you want to guard that pick and roll, right? Like, because the problem is, man, like if you just hedge, well, then you're going to be giving up wide open threes to Dawson Garcia and wide open drives, right? And if you switch, then you're going to have your big on DJ Carton, which probably isn't a good thing either, right? He puts you in a bind. I mean, he's a really good player. He played tremendous for them tonight. He finished with 16. He had a big bucket for them at the end of the game where he got to his left hand. DeJuan probably just didn't body him up enough. But again, he's a really good player, man. We didn't do a good enough job keeping him out of the paint.
Adam?
Travis, I'm sure that your guys are down right now after that game. And, as you've said multiple times, like they're smart enough to know the situation. I'm sure that they can read the room. They know how important next week is. How do you explain that to them? How do you present that to them, the importance of what needs to happen next week for your season to continue the way that you want it to?
Yeah, we're going to attack Butler. We're going there to win that thing. That's all that's on my mind. We are going there to win the Big East tournament. In order to do that, we got to take care of business against Butler. 40 minutes, max effort, just like we gave tonight. If we give the same effort that we had tonight, the same level of toughness that we had tonight, we're going to make more shots. Listen, the second half shots we got, take the all day long. We'll make some, but we're going there to win that thing. In order to win it, you got to beat Butler.
One last question. You have one, Adam?
Yeah, you mentioned the shooting, and I would imagine that that's probably one of the more frustrating things to deal with as a head coach when you're getting the shots that you want and they just aren't falling. How do you deal with that? Like, what's that like to be involved in a situation like that where it's just not going down?
Yeah, you keep swinging. You keep swinging. You can't lose confidence, man. You got to be ready to shoot. You just got to make the right basketball plays. You keep being aggressive. Keep being aggressive, man. You can't lose that belief, right? Belief is everything, and confidence is everything. And that can't waver. That can't waver. We have to be unflappable. We can't flinch. And our guys won't, and they won't. again, they're hearing that message from the staff. I know our guys will be in the gym, getting extra shots up as well. Probably tonight when we get back, it wouldn't shock me if we have some guys in the gym getting extra shots up. But that's who we have in that locker room, and that's why we're going to go to New York. Like I said, we're going to move on, and we're going to go win this thing. In order to win that, we've got to beat Butler in that first round.